Hello everyone and welcome to another section of my short video. Hope your day has been going on fine. Today we'll be discussing what I call taking responsibility for your action or inaction is a sign of maturity and not a weakness. Part 2. You can check out the previous video. I released the part 1 there, so today we are considering the part 2 of it. Have you ever been in a situation whereby you find yourself interacting with people that recurrently do what is wrong to you, and you ignore what they are doing that is wrong, or you call their attention to it and say, this is not right, I don't like you treating me this way. Take for instance, maybe you are dealing with people that are very good at lying. They can lie for Africa, they can even lie that a dead person will wake up, and you call their attention to it saying, I don't like lying. And instead of them to address that, take an action, take responsibility for their lie and say, oh, sorry, I lied, I won't let that happen again. And that settles the problem. But they won't do that. Instead of taking responsibility for that action of lying and take that, oh, I'm wrong, I lied, then they decided not to do that. They will just be saying something different or sweeping it under the carpet or behave as though it never happened. And when you now call their attention to it again, they still do the same thing. And by the time they want to say, they say, oh, you don't know how to react to things, you are not tolerant, you are not this, you are not that. But in the real sense of it, they are the one that doesn't know how to maintain a healthy relationship. And this kind of people, you know what they do? They are very good at talking about twisted story. Instead of them to say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm the one that lied to him, that made him to react the way he reacted, or that made me to get the response I got from him, they start labeling you who you were not. And they are doing more damage than good. Instead of them to admit that, oh, I lied, or I do what is wrong, or my action actually caused you an havoc, or my action towards you caused a damage on you, and I won't do that again. And not doing that, saying I'm sorry, I won't do that again, means you should not repeat such a thing again. Because if you repeat such a thing again, that means you are not sorry. And when you keep on doing such a thing and you are labeling people whom they are not, what you are doing is not right. It's not a way, an healthy way of relationship. The Bible says in the book of Luke chapter 6 verse 31, it says, do unto others as you want them do unto you. Ask yourself, if I am being lied to, will I be happy? Or if someone treats me bad and I call their attention to it and they get upset, will I be happy? Or do you think it's a bad thing for someone you recurrently treat badly and paint them a bad image, paint their image a bad form, slandering them, and when they react to such, or they get to a point, because everybody in life has elastic limit to a point in which they may not be able to bear or tolerate your nonsense, tolerate your mess again. And if at such point they decided to let go of you or move on with their life, does that make them a bad person? No. It means you are the one that don't know how to maintain a relationship. You are the one that don't know how to do what is right. Because the Bible says, do unto others as you want them do unto you. The gold standard is you do what is right to people. And when you are not doing what is right to them, and they walk away from you, or they keep silent, or they pass their message across to you, or they become a little bit passionate in passing that their message across to you, that doesn't make them a bad person. That doesn't make them someone that has a spirit of anger. No. That someone is upset with you because of what you didn't do right doesn't make that person an angry person. No. It means you are the one that is doing what is not right. There is an adage in my place that says, you can't continually beat a child and say the child should not cry. No, it's not possible. If you recurrently beat a child, the child will cry at one point. So if you are doing what is wrong and they call your attention to it, the best you can do to maintain a healthy relationship is to address the problem rather than giving an excuse. And if you know you can't address the problem, and if you know you can't address the problem, instead of you painting the person, an innocent person, a bad image or slandering them, it's better for you to walk away, because your action, you should be able to take responsibility for it. And if you don't take responsibility for your action, the inaction, that is, the person get upset with you, meaning they shouldn't have been upset with you, but they become upset with you because you didn't do what is right, then you should be able to take responsibility for your action as well. If you can do that, you will see it will be very easy to interact with people. This attribute I just described now is common among women. And you know what they do? They are very good at lying. They say, oh, men don't like to be told the truth. Well, it's not all men that don't like to be told the truth. There are some men out there, they are good men. They don't want you to lie to them. They will not lie to you. Instead of lying to you, they rather keep mute, and they will not recurrently keep silent when you get to a point in which they need to tell you the truth. They confront you with it, they tell you the truth of the matter, and because you can't bear, you don't have the capacity to handle the truth, which you don't even want them to lie to you, then you get angry, you start painting them bad image, whereas you are the one that is at fault. So when you learn to take responsibility for your action or any inaction you may have, it makes it easy for people to have an healthy relationship. And the gold standard of any relationship in life is an healthy relationship. If you have somebody you are interacting with and the person doesn't lie to you, courtesy demand that you don't lie to such a person. And if peradventure you lie to them, then you apologize and make sure you don't subsequently lie, or you don't try to tell one lie to cover up another lie. And you know what? It's very easy. When you tell a lie, you are going to tell 101 lie to back up your lie, because there is something called truth. It's a matter of time. Truth is like a smoke. No matter how much you try to hide it, it will come out. It will come out one day. And when the truth now confronts you, you can't do anything about it. The best you can do is to take responsibility for your inaction or for your lie and try to maintain a ready relationship, instead of you trying your best to paint the other person a bad image and make them look as if they are mad. No, there is no way you can recurrently be subjecting people to mental stress and you will think they will not break one day. They will break one day. They will break one day. And when you now have what is called reactive abuse, you don't need to be going up and down the street and be painting them bad image. No, that's not good. It's not the way to live in. I know some men also do the same thing. They will lie to you. In fact, there was a day I was on the train and I met a Caucasian lady, and she told me, oh, she dated a so person, and the person is an expert at lying. I was like, oh God. And she said, because of the way the guy can lie for Africa, she find it difficult to build a good relationship with people, with other male partner. You understand? So that's what happened. When you are lying to people, you are actually causing more damage to other relationships they may have, because what you just make them to believe is that everybody is a liar, whereas in the real sense of it, everybody is not a liar. So when they now have opportunity of interacting with someone that is genuine, that is sincere, that person tend to pay the price for what they didn't do, because they have bastardized such a partner to the extent that anything you say or whatsoever they do, they just think it's opposite. And this partner that is a nice person, that is a good person, would try everything humanly possible to say, oh, that is not who I am. And instead of you to learn to study the person and get to know what this person means, you try to be dodging it, taking an inaction. In the real sense of it, you are the one that is the main problem. And you know what? I wrote something sometimes ago. That was in 2020. I said, loving people without making effort to understand them, leave them injured. Yeah, that's the truth. And you know what? These people that twist story a lot, lied a lot, they are the ones that use the word I love you most. But in the real sense of it, I tell you, they don't know what is called love. Watch out for my next video that I title Love, Emotion, and Emotional Need. It's a matter of time. I'm still doing a little more research. I want God to speak to me much more on this before I release it, because when I'm going to release it, it's going to be a bombshell that you're going to learn a lot from. Because I've interacted with a whole lot of human beings, and I got to know that whole. What do you mean? It seems People want you to tell the truth, but some of them can't handle it. People want you to lie to them, but some of them can't handle the lie. And in the essence of it, the summary of it, or what I've come to understand is that people don't learn how to take responsibility for their action or inaction, but they want people to take responsibility for their action or inaction. Please, the Bible says in the book of Luke 6:31, it said, do unto others as you want them to do unto you, believing that you are going to do what is good to people. Thank you and stay blessed. Please, I beg of you, if you know you can't do what is right to people, and when they walk away from you, or they try as much as possible to avoid stress, don't paint them bad image. Don't say they are mad. Don't say they are mental. No, they are not mental. Don't say they are abusive. They are not abusive. What you are experiencing from them is what is called reactive abuse. Then you should be able to learn how to take responsibility for your action or inaction. Stay blessed.